Nothing for you!
You may have heard the term free card in poker, and in this video you will learn exactly what it means and when it might come into play in a real hand situation when you're playing Texas Hold'em poker. Basically, a free card is when a player does not have to pay a bet to see the next card. In other words, the play has been checked to him, giving him the option of checking himself, thus closing the betting for that round. For example, there are at least a couple of potential draws on this board where from the big blind you have flopped top pair with a good kicker. Now, since you act first after the flop and decide to check your hidden hand, you are giving a free card to your opponent, meaning he can see the turn card for no cost, which in this case may lead to a difficult situation for you. Which brings us to the next point of understanding a free card, which is you probably shouldn't be serving up one of these free cards to your opponents too often, unless you have a very strong hand and are actually hoping he improves so as to get some more money out of him. Like in a hand such as this, where your set is a killer to almost all hands your opponent could have. With a flop like this, you want him to hit something on the turn, or at least take a shot at this pot if he doesn't have anything. Now, against a single opponent, this is an acceptable strategy. But let's add some more players into the mix. That also means a bigger pot at stake. So I would be less inclined to give a free card here because there is a very strong chance you are going to get callers anyway. And with a hand and board like this, you don't want to miss an opportunity to start building a good pot. If you're able to keep a couple of players in this round, then they will also be more inclined to call more bets later, since the pot odds may very well justify their calling. So let's take a look at a couple of hands from the 2010 Irish Open sponsored by Paddy Power Poker, where a couple of players, both with mid pairs, are re-raising before the flop, and both see the flop where one player flops a very strong hand, a set, which is the nuts on this board. So as you can see there, he's checking, offering a free card to his opponent. That is an excellent place for a free card because there's very little chance his opponent is going to catch up, and that leads to his opponent betting out, which is exactly what you want when you have a hand this strong. Later in that same tournament, the same player is holding top two pair, but it's a board that has a straight and flush draw on it, so he decides not to give a free card here, and that is the correct decision. If you suspect your opponent is on a draw, then you want to make it costly for him to see that next card. No free cards in this situation.
Nothing for you!
Alright then, thanks for watching. We have a lot more videos explaining winning strategies for online poker, and all you have to do to see them is visit the poker school at paddypowerpoker.com.
Nothing for you!
You